All right, let me take a guess. You just purchased your ZX-4RR, and now you're looking for the best sounding exhaust that you can find. You're tired of that big, bulky OEM stock exhaust, and you're ready for something a little bit more loud. I mean, it's an excellent looking motorcycle, am I wrong? I'm not. Handles well, we like that. The only problem is, you can't hear the shit. Well, today we're going to stop that. We're going to make this thing sound like the devil on two wheels. And let me inform you guys about what's going on here with this, because this is really cool for me. I want you guys to be on board with this. So as you guys know, I have my own custom Kaufman edition exhausts, right? The DOITWITHDAN Kaufman edition, you guys can just order it. If they got an exhaust for your bike, you can just order it and then ask them for the DOITWITHDAN edition and they put it on. The good people over at Kaufman said, Dan, we like your channel, we like what you do, we like your brand. How about we partner with you and WOW to put Kaufman exhausts, how-to installs, reviews, etc. on a handful of motorcycles from WOW. And I said, absolutely. I love them. I love what they do. I like their quality of their work. I like their exhausts. And I like the fact that I have my own custom DOITWITHDAN Kaufman edition exhaust. So they gave me a list of motorcycles that they want to install the exhausts on. And one of them was the amazing ZX-4RR, which I have been dying to do a review on. That video is also either coming out or has already come out, depends on what time it is. So I said, perfect. As soon as WOW gets a hold of one, they'll let me know, and then we can put a Kaufman exhaust on it, and we can do the review, install, and test. That was awesome. The only downside is that this bike actually came with a Kaufman exhaust already on it. But that actually works out in our favor because Kaufman makes two exhausts for this motorcycle. This S-pipe, which came on it, and your shorty. So we're gonna put them both on, we're gonna test them both, and we're gonna see how they sound. Cool, let's get to it. So, here is start. It is warm, so we're just gonna rev it, okay? Now let's pull out the baffles, which is as simple as taking these ring pliers, pulling out that, and there we go, baffle out. All right, let's see if it's notably different. Yeah, that's different, oh my gosh. Oh my God. Now that is a completely different sound. Let's go do some audio tests with this exhaust with the baffles out, and then we'll swap them out. All right, mind you, this is the exact same exhaust with just the baffle removed. All right, let's listen to what this thing sounds like wide open with no baffles. Wow, that sounds crazy, dude. Now that is loud. I won't lie. I think that's louder than the Busa. I do. I think that's gonna be marginally louder than the Busa. I think you gotta have a baffle in this thing, dude. This thing revs so high, it's so unrestricted, it's so loud. I feel like the baffle is almost necessary. That thing is loud. With the quick shifter, it sounds nutty. It sounds really nutty with that quick shifter. Yeah, wow, that's loud, brother. My whole right side of my face can feel it. Personally, this is me personally.
think it's too loud, but it sounds really good. There's zero chance that most tracks are gonna have this. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that's the wrong way. It's the wrong way. Sounds like you're doing 150 miles an hour, maybe 200 miles an hour. I was in the speed limit there for most of that. Wow, dude, that is ear splitting. That is ear splitting. It's got a good sound, it really does. It's just, for me, that is a smidgen too loud. I think the baffles are a perfect mix between this and that. But at least, like, with the Kaufman, you can at least pull the baffle out. If you want to sound like this, if you want to sound like that, you can. All right, now let's swap over exhausts and see how those compare.
Now, I know you're thinking that swapping the exhaust on this is probably going to be really easy because there's already a Kaufman installed, and that swapping it is going to be much different than doing the OEM one, correct? Because if we look here, all we have to do is undo this bolt, and then undo this hanger bolt, and then the whole thing just comes out. So naturally, that's got to be more complex than OEM, correct? It is not. It's exactly how you do it from the factory too. So we'll undo that, and then we get to put on our sweet, even shorter exhaust system. So we got a 13 down here, our 10 up here.
So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line.
And look, just to prove to you how easy this is to swap, I'm just gonna do the whole thing one-handed. Just wiggle, bit of wiggle. There we go. And that goes on like so. Oh, well, we gotta put the clamp on. And because this is a slip-on the side, doesn't have the extra hanger here, they have a spring retent just like the Busa does. Spring retent goes behind this heat shielding boat. Put this guy behind that. Before I tighten it, I'm gonna leave it kind of loose, so getting the spring on is really easy. I got the clip on, tighten this bad boy down. All right, sit this how we want it. And just like that, it's done. We're gonna wipe it down and then we're gonna audio test it. If I'm being honest, I do not expect it to sound any different. I think it's just kind of a stylish preference. Do you like the look of it completing with the side of the rear pegs, or do you like it with the short, convenient muffler? I prefer the short look. I don't expect there to be an audible difference between these two, even with or without the baffle. But you know, we gotta test it, obviously. Well, that's very, very reserved sounding. Okay, I take that back. It does sound a little bit louder. I feel like this exhaust sounds too quiet with the baffle. That with the baffle is very pleasing. I think that might be the way to go. Let's go put it on the road and do a quick sound test.
I do. I'm very surprised at the difference immediately. Run up the road real quick. All right, so general cruising sounds a little, I feel like it sounds a little bit louder than the last exhaust with the baffle in. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Once you get past that like 80, 90, you can't hear it anymore. I think that's a good sound. It's a good medium. Yeah. Once you get past like 80, that wind noise gets to be a lot. It sounds pretty good. Downshift sounds really good. And you know, we got to remove the baffle. Okay. And of course, now that the baffle's out, we have to redline it to the fucking moon. I take it back. I take it all back. I take it all entirely back. I genuinely thought that there would not be an audible difference between this pipe and the other pipe. There is a notable difference. I don't know if there's something in that curve or what, but this is certainly a little bit quieter than that exhaust. Now let's go fucking redline it.
Let's truly make America great again.
Oh, he needs some milk. All right, Piss Missile, let's see what you sound like going wide open with no exhaust, essentially. A little loud. A little loud. Okay, now we're on the loudest version of this Piss Missile. Let's see how she sounds. Wow. Wow. Insane. Insane sound. Astronomical sound right there. Substantially louder than the other exhaust by like a lot. Insane sound. Again, anything over 100, you can't hear shit anyway, the wind noise. It's really good sounding. I think that the shortier exhaust has a better tone. It is louder by about, I would give it 8 to 10%. It is 8 to 10% louder. It's got a more performance-based tone, but it is louder. It is noticeably louder. I mean, listen to this thing. That's just ridiculous, dude. Listen to that. There's no drone. There's no flat spots anywhere in the pattern. I mean, this would piss off my neighbors. I kind of don't care though. Listen to it. Gosh, that's wild. This is too loud for me. This would hurt my head if I had to go anywhere longer than 5-10 minutes, I think. But if that's what you're looking for, this is the way to go. If you're looking for something really loud, really show off the sound of the exhaust, this is your bet, dude. Little rev limiter, oops, quick shifter. Going slow. Is this a ZX-11? That's badass. Dude, it's like you're riding around a fucking Hornet. Can you hear how loud that shit is? All right. I gotta say, dude, that is loud. That is loud. That's very loud. All right, guys, let's conclude this. I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and then I'm gonna direct you to the right places. So, first of all, the 2 choices that you have between the Kaufman exhaust, you got your a little bit longer pipe, your S pipe that kind of comes up and bolts to your rear peg here, and then you have the shorty pipe, which just bolts on and is spring tensioned onto the bike itself. Both of them, I think, are great options. I don't think you'll be upset with either one. Now, the difference. I think your longer pipe is going to be a little bit more ergonomical, economical, whatever decision that you want to go with. I think if you're looking for something that's not going to be crazy loud and that you can pull the baffle out and still have a good time, I think your S-bend here is going to be a great option, right? However, if you're looking for the most loud and absurd sound, go with the shorty and then pull the baffle out. You will love that. You will fucking love that, dude. There's no way around it. And if you can tolerate loud noises, that is the way to go. Because with the baffle in it, it is super reasonable. It's loud, but it's very reasonable. You can ride it around town. You can still hear it. It still sounds very good. I don't think your neighbors are going to complain as long as you're not pinging off 16K in your neighborhood. I think overall the shorty pipe with the baffle in it is the best of both worlds. You get the insane sound, the insane loudness, but when you have the baffle inside the shorty pipe, it's super reasonable. It still sounds really good. It's smaller. It's a little bit more lightweight. It's just as easy to install. And I think overall, you're not going to find a better option for this motorcycle with the shorty pipe. Between ease of installation, cost effectiveness, and overall look of the bike, I think the shorty is the way to go. But I don't think you would be upset to pick you up the S pipe either. I think either one you'll be very happy with. And as well, you can get your very own special Do It With Dan version of either one of these exhausts. All you got to do is give them a call or send them an email or whatever with your order and say, I want the Do It With Dan edition as well, and they'll do it for you. I don't think it's at any extra charge. I think it's just what they do. You'll love it. I'll love it. We'll all have a great time. I think it's the way to go. And overall, I think that's going to be the best sounding exhaust for your Ninja ZX-4RR. But that ends my time with this amazing motorcycle. I have to go return it to WOW now. I want to say thank you guys over at Kaufman Exhaust for partnering with me on this, and we will see you in the next one. All right.